Hey you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back. So today's video is going to be a fun one, something a little different. Still some skincare talk today, but lots of makeup talk. I'm going to go through my makeup bag and I'll also apply these everyday makeup favorites. You guys can see what I'm using on a daily basis. There are so many fun products in this bag. There's definitely products that I have repurchased. Some of my Holy Grail products are in this bag. There are a couple things that I probably wouldn't repurchase, and I'll mention those throughout the video, but mainly a lot of my makeup staples are contained in here, so you guys will get to see what I reach for on the daily. I am not doing a full face of makeup by any means on a daily basis. Sometimes I'll reach for one or two of these things. Sometimes it's just some mascara, some sunscreen, a little bit of a glow. There's one highlight in here that is, oh my gosh, a must-have highlight if you want that youthful glow. It makes your skin look flawless. There is just something about the power of makeup and skincare that just lifts your mood. I don't know about you guys, but whether it's a little bit of mascara, a little bit of moisturizer to make my face look dewy and a little bit more youthful, it just lifts your spirits. So these are definitely things that I love to have on hand, and they make me feel put together and they give me energy in the morning. I know, as weird as that sounds, but yeah, these are, you know, some of my favorites in this makeup bag. So can't wait to share them with you. Lots to get through. We'll go ahead and get started. I am actually going to apply most of these products. I feel like that'll be a little bit more fun than me showing you each product. Then you guys can see how each product performs. So lots to get through, so we'll just go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so we'll do my everyday face of makeup. Just a quick little face. I'll do a couple extra steps more than I usually do, but this is generally what I do on an everyday basis. We'll start with skincare first. So I have my skincare and then a couple makeup tools on the side of my bag. We'll reach for the vitamin C first. You guys know I've been loving the Timeless Vitamin C. This is a 20% vitamin C with ferulic acid. It has vitamin E. It feels like it's just such a joy to apply. It really feels like a facial oil. It gives your skin like instant glow, instant moisture. It layers so well underneath makeup. So I love this stuff. We really, I don't know, there's not one vitamin C that I can say I really miss after using this. This is my second bottle of this. So good. So I usually do a layer of vitamin C and then I'll go in with my SPF. The one SPF I've been loving is by Dermatology. You guys know I'm an affiliate with them. You can use the code Lauren20 and you get 20% off. But oh my gosh, there's a reason why everybody has been raving about this brand. They just do skincare so well. The formulas are just so beautiful. I love this sunscreen especially. This is their tinted, what do you call it? This is the tinted moisturizer SPF of 46. It just feels like a whipped cream. Like, it's just beautiful. It's lightweight. It layers well underneath foundation. It gives a little bit of a glow. Not so much color. It does have a slight peachy tint to it, but more so it just gives a pretty sheen to the face. Let me do one more pop here. And that's the thing about this. You could layer this over and over again and it doesn't pill. It's just such a beautiful formula. Alright, so skincare is on. Alright, you know what? Before I move on to the next step, I'm going to be good and put everything back into its rightful place. Back into the bag you go. Are you guys like me when you get ready and it just looks like a tornado went off when you leave the bathroom? Like caps everywhere, powder everywhere. I need to get my life together. I've noticed since I've had kids, it has forced me to be more organized, and it takes away stress in your life. It really does. So I'm trying to be better about it. Okay, and then we'll jump into the upper portion of my bag. I'm gonna grab, let's do eyes next. So I'll reach for my concealer over here, the IT Cosmetics, what are you called? The Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer Bye Bye Under Eye. This is one of my top concealers. This beat them all. I did a whole concealer wear test last year. This was by far the most moisturizing. It has the fullest coverage. It doesn't crease, super thick, so it almost fills in your lines and just smooths out your under eye. It's a beautiful concealer. I'm just gonna do my lids first and then we'll do my under eyes after I have my eyeshadow on. I'm just gonna pat that in with my sponge. This is the Tarte Cosmetics sponge. I forget what it exactly is called. I'll link it down below. I like this even better than the Beauty Blender. Even more so, I think even better than my Eco Tools sponge. It is just so soft. I love the shape of it. It's so soft and like squishy. I feel like you don't even need water with it. It really just applies foundation and concealer so well. It really smooths everything out. All right, and then we'll go in with shadow next. We use the Raw Beauty Kristi palette that Oh, I can't get enough of this guy. It's such a beautiful range of shades. I just love all these colors in here. You have purples, you have these warm browns in here. This is in my everyday makeup bag because of this color. I'll throw this in and it just pulls your look together. It's a really beautiful, like slightly warm, but not too warm. Really brightens any eye color. I've been loving this shade. She just nailed it with the range of shades. I think it's such a beautiful palette. My only issue, I have to reach for like a setting powder first because it doesn't have, I like to have an eggshell color in my palette to start my eyeshadow look and just to create a base, but that's okay because I'll use this Essence powder. This powder, I was very pleasantly surprised by this. Essence did send this out. They have this new line of primers and powders, and this is such a beautiful powder. It reminds me a lot of Glossier's powder, the Water powder. It's very lightweight and airy, and it's not like drying on the eyes at all. It's just a really nice powder. I was very impressed. Swooshed up the brush over my lids just to take down the shininess of that concealer so the eyeshadow applies more evenly. And then we'll go into Kristi's palette. We'll go into that, let's go into this Old Growth shade first. I was so excited about this palette when I first saw it. I knew I had to get my hands on it. I wanted to support Kristi, but more so than that, I just genuinely love the range of shades in this palette. I have to resist myself when it comes to ColourPop launches because they happen far too frequently and everyone just pulls me in. All right, and then I'm gonna go into this Homegrown shade. This is a deep brown, more of like a chocolate brown color. Just gonna do a little V here. ColourPop shadows just blend so effortlessly. Like, did you see how easy that was? My top favorite shadow formula. I am using the Sigma E34 brush, by the way. Just has a nice little domed brush head. I like this for some extra definition. All right, and then I'm gonna go back into, let's go into Puffball, just to blend out that shadow. And this brush is from the Doll 10 line with Makeup Molly. These brushes are really nice, and I know they're still on sale if you guys are still interested in them. She really did a great job with all the different shapes in this line. There's one that's literally just for eyeshadow primer. I'm like, that is genius. I've been wanting a brush like that for the longest time. I'm gonna go into this purple Amanita shade and add a little bit more definition in the crease. So I'm not exactly getting ready for anything in particular today. We're just kind of hanging around the house. We actually have a virtual Santa call today. My 4-year-old, she's so excited. Oh my gosh, we got our list together so she can talk to Santa and tell Santa what she wants for Christmas. It was such a fun idea. They actually have you write a note to Santa first so you can tell him, your elf's name and everything that your kid needs to work on. So like with her, she's such a good kid. She's so mild-mannered, but she just has to work on her cleaning up skills. Like, she'll play and just destroy the room. She sounds like me, right? But she will destroy a room and then does not clean up. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for a kid to pick up their toys, but we told Santa that, she needs to work on cleaning up, helping mommy and daddy around the house, and she's a big girl now. So we'll see if he brings that up in the call, and it was just kind of fun that you could personalize it like that. We're not gonna go see Santa at the mall. I read that there was going to be plexiglass in between Santa and the kids at the mall. I'm like, is it worth it to go into a mall and then to sit next to Santa? You can't even really, you can't sit on his lap. So we're like, yeah, no, it's not worth it this year. So that's why we want to do this virtual call. I feel like it'll be a really fun idea. I don't know how you guys are holding up with all this COVID stuff with the holidays coming. It's so hard. You just want to see your friends, you want to have these big parties, but it's so different now. Just doing my brows here with the ColourPop Brow Boss pencil. This is a product in my bag that I will not be repurchasing, by the way. You have to use so much pressure with this. It is just, I don't know, it's a little bit annoying to work with, so I won't be picking this up again. I really like the NYX Micro Brow. I think that's one of my favorite brow pencils. And then I'll do a little wing. I'll be using the Charlotte Tilbury Feline Flick eyeliner. One of the best eyeliner pens out there. It's so pigmented, so dark, it sticks around. We have been using goggles at work now when we're at the patient's bedside. And usually by the end of the day, my mascara's a mess, my eyeliner's runny, but with this eyeliner, like I still have that little flick at the end of the day. Like, it does not move, even with all that condensation. So I'm very impressed by this eyeliner. And you see how easy it is? Like, just a quick little flick. Just going back into the palette and going into Puffball. And I'm gonna do a little bit of shadow on my lower lid here. Just add a little bit of smokiness. Like I said, this is not what I do on an everyday basis. All of this eyeshadow I'm usually going in with just a transition color and some mascara. The mascara that I've been loving is this one by Essence. Wow, this stuff does not budge at all. It took me a little bit to get used to this. This is the Bye Bye Panda Eyes. At first, I'm like, oh, I'm not really getting much volume from this, but oh my gosh, once this mascara warms up a little bit, it gives such perfect definition. It really separates the lashes, and it does not budge whatsoever. Again, with wearing the goggles at work, it does not move. I switched it up a few days and went back to one of my old high-end favorites, the Stila. Is it in this bag? I thought it was. Oh yeah, here it is. The Stila Huge Lash Mascara. I used to love this. It gives so much volume, but wow, does this smudge? And I don't remember doing that before. I don't know if it's just because I'm used to this Essence one. I really love this mascara so much. Speaking of work, a lot of you guys know I am a pediatric nurse. I work in a NICU in a pediatric hospital setting. COVID has been, it's definitely been tough, but we have 6 kids, I believe, total right now, and luckily we do not have any babies in the NICU. It's really weird. At the beginning, I felt scared going into work, and it was a little nerve-wracking. You just never knew, you know, what kind of patient you were gonna get, if you were gonna be exposed throughout the day. But I weirdly feel, I have this like sense of calm, and I don't know, I feel okay going into work. I think because I'm in this little pediatric bubble. Like, the world is crazy right now. I mean, there's the death tolls going up, the cases are going up. It's really scary. But oh my gosh, thank God it hasn't been bad in the pediatric population. My daughter's going to preschool, which, you know, I was nervous about at first, but it's been great. They're really super safe there, and seeing how the pediatric population is not affected, seeing it firsthand, you know, I feel okay sending her to school. I know the older kids is a different story. We definitely have more older kids, more teens than we do, you know, young toddlers, babies. But yeah, it has still been pretty quiet for me at work, and you know, I'm thankful that I'm able to work and I'm able to get out of the house. My poor husband has been stuck at home since March, since this has all started. So he's going a little crazy. He works and takes care of the girls at the same time. I don't know how he does it. He is such a trooper. He's such a great dad. He has so much patience. But I've definitely noticed that it has helped my mental status. I still think of work as a break. I can definitely have stressful days, but it's still a break to get out of the house and just to have adult conversations. Oh man, to not hear mom all day long. Love my girls, but you know, you need a break sometimes. They are in such a fun stage too. The baby is, she 18 months now? I can't keep track. I feel like once they turn 1, I lose track of the months. She's around 18 months now, and she's getting into just a fun, she plays now, she's more independent, and she'll play with her sister, and seeing the two of them together is just the cutest thing ever. I love it so much. I still can't decide if they're going to share rooms. Like, I know a few of my friends that have girls, that have sisters, have wanted to share rooms when the baby was ready for the bed. And I feel like Carly, my youngest, she's growing out of the crib. She'll be 2 in May. So I don't know, we might, wow, I am pretty pale. I just used the Drunk Elephant, the De Bronzy. And, ooh, I don't know if I just put too much on there, but wow, that added some glow. I love this stuff. This is one of my favorite products from Drunk Elephant. I use it like on a daily basis. It just blends into the skin so nicely. I feel like it gives a seamless glow and it looks natural. So I usually use that underneath my foundation. For foundation, I'm going to use the Morphe 2, this Hint Skin Tint. I have the shade Hint of Beige. I love this stuff so much. I feel like this is so underrated. It's really thin and lightweight. This is the foundation that I was talking about that was in my last favorites video. It's so beautiful. It adds a little bit of coverage, not too much, just enough to even out the skin tone. And you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. It's hydrating on the skin. It gives a pretty hue to the skin. It's so beautiful. I know, oh, as I throw the brush, I know Morphe gets a bad rap, and I definitely don't get along with all of their products. I just feel like they're always so hit or miss. But this is one product that has pleasantly surprised me. I love this. I will definitely repurchase this. This has been my go-to everyday foundation. It's so easy to apply. It blends into the skin so nicely. Oh, and by the way, this brush, this is a ColourPop blush brush. This works so well with this foundation because it's a little denser and it's really soft, so it allows for a seamless application. You don't get any of those brush strokes. It's really nice. Oh, I need to know from you guys, what shows are you currently watching during quarantine? We're gonna need a new show because we are just finishing up Yellowstone. We're on the, oh gosh, it's the 3rd season, and I think we have 3 episodes left. We're so sad, we don't want it to end. We just enjoyed this show so much. Oh wait, before getting into that, you guys just have to see the magic of this concealer. I just want to show you. So I just applied that to Cosmetics underneath my one eye. Check out how quickly this brightens the under eye. The results are so impressive. I just love how hydrating this concealer is. It's so quick and easy. Like, look how bright that is. The coverage is insane. The little spit goes a long way. It's a beautiful concealer. It never gets cakey. It's just, don't go heavy with it because it's a thick formula. But as long as you apply just a very thin layer, you'll get a nice even application. Oh, but back to Yellowstone. Oh my gosh, there's so many great characters on the show. Kevin Costner is amazing in it. He's this cowboy slash ranch landowner out in Montana. The scenery is beautiful. There's like family drama. There's also like romance at the same time. My husband loves it because there's almost like gangster violence in a way. Like, so it has a little bit of everything. It's so good. So good. But we're so sad that it's almost over. And we need a new show. So let me know what you guys are watching. We like dramas, we like comedy. We're also watching Schitt's Creek. That is a great show, but it's not something that I can sit down and watch a million different episodes. It's just something that we'll have on like in the background during the day, and you just get a little chuckle. It's just such a great show. But yeah, I don't think there's anything on the radar. We also love the challenge too. We saw there's a new challenge on MTV coming up. By the way, I'm using the Becca, this is the Sunlit Bronzer in the shade Bali Sands. I'm using the BK Beauty brush in 104. This is the best powder brush ever. Oh my gosh, it's so soft and really just silky and diffuse. Like, it feels so high-end. It's gorgeous. BK Beauty has some beautiful brushes. All right, so bronzer's on. We'll do a quick little contour. For contour, I like to use the Bare Minerals bronzer. Oh gosh, you can't even see the back of this. I'll link this down below. I don't know what shade this is because that sticker is completely worn away. A little contour here, a little bit underneath the cheekbones. I like this shade because it's ashy toned. It's not too warm toned, so it adds that like perfect contrast. I've definitely noticed some of my videos, my nose contour, it's a little harsh, so I'm trying to be better about blending it out, and I started reaching for my Tati Beauty Sponge. This is great for blending everything together. I don't really like it for foundation. I feel like it doesn't give an even application, but for powder, I really like it. So I'll show you what I mean. So for nose contour, I just go right down the center here. All right, so a little harsh, right? So I'll grab a Tati sponge, and then I use the Hourglass powder in diffused light. Is this diffused light or dim light? Here, yeah, this is diffuse light. It's a light pale, almost yellow shimmer shade. Have the most perfect sheen to them to make them look like skin. They blend in with your skin. They're absolutely beautiful. I cannot get enough. They are well worth the money. I've only bought this one time and I've had it for like 2 years, probably past expiration date, but you can see there's a dent in it, but I still have a ton left. So I go down the sides of my nose and then just kind of blend it in with the contour, and then I find that I'm getting much more of an even blend. It's more seamless. And then we'll go underneath the cheekbones, and then I do a little bit of a baking action here. I feel like it sharpens the contour line too, and then I use the sponge just to blend everything in. Definitely went out of order today. I usually do my cream blush before powder, but let's go in. It's okay, this ColourPop blush works really well. Even after you powder, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. stipple brush with this ColourPop Super Shock Cheek. This is in the shade Drop of a Hat. I just got this when I ordered the Raw Beauty Kristi palette. It is this peachy colored blush with a slight pinky undertone to it, but I love this because it has a highlight to it. It's unlike any other Super Shock blush I've tried. I love this. So sometimes I'll just go with my fingers to blend it. It adds such beautiful color, very natural. I was a little nervous because that sheen looked a little intense, but once you blend it in, it adds a natural highlight to your cheeks. How pretty is that? And I'll just use this brush to blend it in. I love this brush, by the way, for cream blushes. So pretty, just the perfect amount of color. So my complexion is done. We'll go in with lips next. What lip shade do we want to do? Let me show you guys the 3 lip shades. I have my everyday lip bag. So I have a ColourPop Lippy Sticks. I have a Charlotte Tilbury. And then I also have a Bare Minerals Gen Nudes liquid lip. This is perfect for underneath the mask because it sets, but it's not like super drying. It is that like your lips but better color. I love it. It just adds a little something. And then this ColourPop Lippy Sticks is in the shade Parker. Very similar to Infamous, but a little bit more of a brownie undertone. So beautiful. Also a matte shade, so really good if you want to wear a lipstick shade underneath your mask. And it's perfect for just blotting it in, just to get like kind of like a lip stain looking color. Loving this so much. I love the ColourPop Lippy Sticks. I feel like they're underrated. Nobody really talks about them anymore, but they have so many beautiful nude shades in that line. And then Charlotte Tilbury Bitch Perfect. This lipstick has seen better days. I'm on the last leg of this. Such a beautiful peachy nude shade. So creamy. A little lighter than the other 2, but I like to throw this on just to even, so honestly, sometimes when I'm in the house, just to moisturize my lips and to add a little bit of color to my lips, just to feel pulled together. But these have been my most used lipstick shades, and they have been living in my makeup bag. So I just wanted to show you each of those swatches. But for today, let's apply my holy grail. I love that it adds just a little bit of a stain to your lips, but you can wash it off at night. It's not impossible to get off. It evens out your lip color. It feels so great on the lips. It has this whipped consistency. It feels like you're wearing nothing. It's so beautiful. I love it. It's like an everyday kind of baby pink. Like I said, your lips but better shade. It sticks around. It doesn't budge. I love it. If you're a pinky nude fan, definitely pick up the shade Infamous with from Bare Minerals. It is so beautiful. I'm dying to try out Bare Minerals' new foundation. It sounds like it's really good. So look for that review coming up on my channel. I really want to give that a go. But all right, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I do want to real quickly go over the rest of what's in my makeup bag because I know I didn't apply everything today. Dim light I always have in my bag. This is great to kind of bring everything together and add a little bit of a glow to your face. It doesn't mattify, but it makes everything look skin-like without your skin looking too powdery. It sets everything, but it still doesn't look drying on the face. It's absolutely beautiful. Another one of my favorite Hourglass shades. And then another ColourPop eyeshadow palette that I have gotten so much use out of. It looks so beat up right now. This is the ColourPop Going Coconuts eyeshadow palette. I think there's even, yeah, there's a shade missing in here. But perfect for every day. So many great neutral brownie tones in here. Love that palette. I love that there's a mirror in this palette too. You guys saw the Drunk Elephant. Also, oh, the Hollywood Flawless Filter. One of my most favorite makeup products. Oh, this is the product. If you're looking for something to make your skin look youthful and to add that youthfulness, that youthful glow to your cheeks, this is an unbelievable product. Highly rated for good reason. It gives such a beautiful glow to the face, the perfect amount of dewiness. It doesn't accentuate lines. I don't even know if that's doing justice to this. You know what, let's, for the sake of it, let's apply a little bit on the tops of my cheeks so you guys can see the magic of this product. I'll even apply this if I'm not wearing any makeup. I just put it over some sunscreen and it adds a little bit of color, and that extra glow is just so beautiful. It doesn't make your face look overdone. It just adds that dewiness, that healthiness to your face. Like, how pretty. This is definitely a makeup staple that is always with me. And then also I have a Bite Beauty Agave Intensive Lip Mask in here. This is a pinky shade. I like that it has a little bit of a color to it, so I can get that moisturization with a pop of color. what is this shade even? This is the shade Buzzed. So it has a little bit of glossiness. These moisturize the lips like no other. And then I always keep the Color Science Sun Forgettable Brush On Sunscreen. Great for finishing up your makeup look. It sets your makeup and then it adds a little bit of sun protection, obviously, to your complexion. It plays well over really any makeup formula, which I love. Even you guys saw I put it over that Flawless filter and it doesn't take down the shine. It just kind of sets everything and adds that extra SPF protection. So I love keeping this in my makeup bag. And then I have another lip balm. This is new from Biosense. Well, not new to them, but new to me. This is the Squalene and Rose Vegan Lip Balm. Beautiful lip balm, so buttery and rich on the lips. I'm really loving this. And everything else I think I used. So yeah, that is really it. I have a Jaclyn Hill, one of her eye brushes that I really like. This eye set was really underrated. It came with 5 different brushes. I think it's still available. I'll link it if it is. But I really like the brush shapes to them and they're pretty soft. There was one that was a little scratchy, but most of them are pretty soft and I just really like the shapes. And then another one I really love is this one by Luxie. This is the 640 brush. Great for diffusing out like powder, especially the Dim Light by Hourglass. Gives that even look and it doesn't, you know, allow for too much powder to be deposited on your skin. Really nice brush. Oh my gosh, and one last thing. I didn't even show you guys this little secret component in this bag where I keep my fragrances. Most worn fragrances right now are by Glossier, the perfume You. This is such a sweet yet spicy perfume, perfect for the winter time. Oh my god, I love this stuff. It has this like smoky note to it. Oh, I love it so much. And then regardless of the season, I always have to have some kind of beachy fragrance around. The Skylar Salt Air perfume is absolutely beautiful. You guys hear me talk a lot about the fragrance Isle. That one is also very kind of beachy at the same time. That one's a little bit more of like a fresh undertone. This is definitely more of that like coconut, definite beachy vibes to this one. So it's such a beautiful scent. It makes you feel like you're back on the beach and it's nice and warm and sunny out. So this brings me back to summer. I love this scent so much. So I always have, you know, some fragrances in here that I wear on a daily basis. And then I have a little travel size if I need some extra moisture before my foundation over my sunscreen, although I feel like the Dermatology moisturizer has plenty of moisture to it, but sometimes if I have like some extra dry patches, I'll reach for this. But the Youth to the People Adaptogen Moisture Cream is beautiful. It adds such a nice kick to your skin, like the perfect amount of moisture. It's not too thick and heavy, but the moisture this packs in is just like perfect. It's like not too much, not too heavy, nice and thin, but it really still packs in the hydration. I love this stuff. So yeah, that always lives on in my makeup bag. So that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what is in my everyday makeup bag. I'd love to hear, what do you guys use on an everyday basis? Have you even been wearing makeup? What have been your go-tos? What are your holy grail products? I'd love to hear from you guys. I think it's always fun to know what's in somebody's everyday makeup bag. It really gives you an idea of what they really love and, you know, use and enjoy. So this is really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.